Hello, Maverick traders, and welcome out to your daily market roundup. This is Ankit here, and here we are on Thursday, November the 20th. Lots going on in the market, so let's quickly get down to it. As always, we're going to take a look at top-down analysis, look at broader markets, bring it down to the sector and heat map, and then take a look at where the movements are and talk about the possible setup. So let's get into it.
Disclaimer. This video was created for professional stock and option traders. Maverick Trading is a proprietary trading firm that employs professional traders around the world. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits they generate. All trades and analysis in this video are for professional traders only. If you are interested in becoming a professional trader for Maverick, click the apply button in the video description. Let's break down what happened today.
As we jump into market analysis, let's just jump right into the headlines and the numbers. And well, today is an ugly day. Well, one of the things that I was looking out for today is today would have been a day where market could have easily rallied higher, and it did for the initial part. We had the markets were up quite nicely. The Nvidia earnings that came out better than expected yesterday. We had the jobs report today, which wasn't as terrible. It was a mixed report. So we had everything going for market favor. And now when we take a look at the chart over here, you'll see that we actually were above the 50-day moving average. And as you can see, we are getting a very ugly candle today. Now, this is a bit of a sell signal for me. Every time when market keeps fighting the rallies and they just keep dropping, I think that's just a bearish sign. It's a very similar thing when we are in an uptrend and market pulls back and then it just rises back up. It pulls back, rises back up. Then you know that the gravity is towards the upside. It's keep pushing the market to the upside. Right now, we are seeing the opposite here. So as we are below the 20 to 50, every rally getting sold, I think the bearish is where the market is going to be likely heading. And you can see that similar thing in the Qs as well. So when you take a look at the numbers today, as you can see, it was down across the board. Q down being the most, followed by the small caps. Oil is down. Gold is flat, just slightly down. So everything is sort of moving lower. Now, when you take a look at the numbers, advanced decline ratio, you can see pretty ugly day. Only 69% to the in the red and only 28% to the upside. But you can see the market breadth is something we covered, and now market breadth is now 72% below the 50 MA. And 28% above. So clearly, markets are likely to head lower as the sentiment is getting very bearish. Now, here's the heat map. As you can see, that there's only little pockets of strength, but then everything else is just heading lower. So now what we are seeing is a broad market sell-off, and I think this is where if you have been long, it's time to shift the bullishness into more bearishness. And again, if you're looking for a better opportunity, I think this is where pivoting to the bearish side is the right call here. So when we take a look at the outlook, well, outlook is now to the bearish side. So when we take a look at setups, I got a bunch of longs, bunch of shorts, and this is where we're going to take a look at some relative strength or weakness. So let's just start with the relative strength first. Here's the first one, J&J. And again, look at the markets where we are and look at what the stock is doing. Again, this is what you want to see, and look at the nice volume coming in as well. Very similar setup with the Eli Lilly, but right now you can see we've got a nice little base here after a big run, and it's still breaking out. So I like this too, again, to the upside. Other ones that are emerging over here is Waste Management. You can see this one was kind of down in the dumps, and now it's actually coming up above the 20 to 50. We are up right against that resistance, but again, break above that could lead to more further gains. Here we are with the Well Tower, and again, same thing. Nice little bullishness. Now making a little base over here. And then we have Coca-Cola, which is just making a little high base over here. And then here we are, the next one, Chubb, and which is also doing the same thing, making a little high base. So that's really what's looking good on the upside. On the bearish side, let's just start with the first one. I really like the Disney here. Again, we gapped lower on earnings, and it just continues to sell off. That's exactly what we want to see for continuity patterns here. Now, this next one, Netflix, same thing. We'll get a nice support level, and it's just breaking the support. Going on to the next one, Home Depot, same thing. Had missed the earnings and now staying weak. So again, everything's sort of lining up very perfectly here in a lot of these charts here. Here's the Boeing, and I highlighted this little support line, and that was a key support. And if we break did break below the support very nicely. I do like it further on the downside here. Now you can see that the trends are getting stronger as the 20 to 50 moving average are converging or slightly trending lower. Here's the other one, Oracle. Same thing. Remember how hot the stock was, and now we are kind of seeing the opposite here. So again, this thing below the 20, below the 50, this is where I think that the pressure likely to continue. And as we have seen all that moving the Bitcoin again, we broke below that 50, so 90K on the Bitcoin, and then we were actually up to 92, and here we are at the time of this recording, it's 86,000. So again, crypto market's getting weak, and we can see that. The Strategy Inc. MSTR continues to be on the selling off because it's exposed to the Bitcoin there. Here's the last one is the BABA, and again, this one not breaking down yet, but I'm kind of paying close attention and see if this breaks down lower. So there's plenty of good setups over here, but overall we want to be leaning more towards the bearish side because this price action, market wants to go lower. So I'm looking at markets to continue selling off. And depending on tomorrow, how we close tomorrow, this could be an ugly week going into next week. Now, we have the economic reports. And again, I don't think this is going to make a big difference. Today's a great example. Market should have been up, and it's not. Now, that's a good tell that market wants to go lower. And not a whole lot on the earnings front. So capital preservation is the key here. Making adjustments as the market adjusts is the key here, and taking advantage of that shift is the way we want to be. Thanks for joining here. Happy trading, and see you the next one.